welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a hair tutorial on this hairstyle. It's a long wavy bob. I'm also going to be reviewing this hair that was sent to me by Glamstar Hair, also known as Yolissa Hair on AliExpress. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make, cut, and style this hair, so stick around until the end if you want to learn how to get it. This is what the hair came in. It shipped via SF Express, and when you open that up, this is all that comes inside. I got Peruvian version Bodywave, and she also included 2 pairs of eyelashes and a hair tie that has this cute little apple on top. And if I'm saying she, I'm referring to Rosa. She's the one who sent me this hair to do a review on, and we were speaking via email, and she seemed super nice, and she was very quick with her responses. The hair got to me within 3 days, which is great. So if you're watching this, hey Rosa. Now I'm going to be doing some close-up shots of the hair so you guys can see the texture. I believe that Peruvian hair typically has a medium to low luster and it's a bit coarser than Brazilian hair. This hair does have some shine to it, but it isn't super shiny. It's very soft to the touch, lightweight and flowy. She also sent me a 16-inch frontal, and as you guys can see, the frontal does have some longer pieces in the middle section of it. I don't know if I would necessarily call those baby hairs because they are pretty longer than baby hairs. The lace on the frontal is that soft brown lace. The knots are not bleached. It does have the extra reinforcement / security around the perimeter of the frontal, so that way when you go to sew it, it isn't fraying, or when you go to wear it, it isn't falling off your head or anything like that, you know? Now on to measuring. So I'm just going to be showing you guys the length of the bundles, the fullness of the bundles, and whether or not the bundles have beards on them. I did find that the 12-inch bundle and the 16-inch bundle had a little bit of bearding on them. Alright, now on to the construction. So I'm taking this cap that I got from Sally's. It's their weaving cap. I like using this one because it is made out of mesh and it allows for my scalp to breathe while I'm wearing it. And then I'm also going to be using my needle and thread. Before I begin, I'm just going to be putting on something to play in the background because this wig making process takes forever. So I've just been recently watching Wags, and oh my gosh, it's so good. I like watching it because I like seeing their outfits and the hairstyles. And this one is in Miami, and I love Miami. And then I have my cup of hot cocoa and I'm ready to go. If you have a show that you've been watching that you really like, leave it down in the comment section below because I need something new to watch. It doesn't have to be reality TV, it could be anything. Now that my wig cap is on my styrofoam head, I'm going to begin sewing. I'm going to be tugging on my frontal very taut, so that way when I go to sew, there isn't any lumps or bumps in it. And then I'm going to be pinning that down to make sure that it stays in place. Now that my pins are in, I'm just going to be taking my needle and thread, and I'm going to be sewing my frontal onto my wig cap. You want to make sure that you are stitching close together because you don't want any open spaces in your frontal. You want everything to be seamless and lay flat, making sure that it's secure, and then I'm going to be doing that all the way until I get to the other side of the frontal. Now that that's on there tight and snug, I'm going to be taking my bundles and I'm going to be starting with my 12-inch bundle, and I'm going to be putting that at the bottom first. Now typically with a normal sew-in, you would put your longer bundles at the bottom and then your short bundles at the top, but since I want this to be a long bob, I'm going to reverse that, and I'm going to be starting with my shorter bundles at the bottom so that it gradually gets longer at the top. This is all that I had left of the 16-inch bundle that I cut off. Now that I'm done sewing on my bundles, I'm going to move on to customizing my frontal. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but the sideburns on this frontal are way too long, length and width-wise, for my face at least. So I'm just going to be marking that off. I don't know if you guys can see, but I did end up marking it off. It's a little bit light, but I think you guys can see it. I'm just going to be pinning the hair back, and I'm going to cut it. Cut it. Hey, cut it. Cut it. Then I'm going to take my tweezers and pluck away. So I ended up trying it on and doing the other side off camera. I don't know if you guys can see what I meant by the sideburns being too big. So what I did was I just made them a little bit smaller. I also plucked some hairs out on the sides and the top just to give it a gradient effect so it's not too full and wiggy looking. I also took my comb and I started combing some hairs out on the sides, and I took my razor and I just razored those off to make them look like baby hairs or broken off hairs or whatever you want to call them. So that way when I go to wear it, I can have something to gel down on the sides and it looks a little bit nicer, I guess. This is probably not the best razor to use, but I'm just going to be using it anyways. You guys can see there's like a major difference from that side to this side. So I'm just going to be taking my comb, my tweezers, and my razors, and I want to continue on plucking and razoring until I get my desired look. Now that that's done, I'm going to be cutting this little flap off so that the lace can shine through. And it should look something like this. I'm going to be bleaching my knots. This step is optional, you don't have to do this. But I'm going to be taking my BW2 powdered bleach, and I'm going to be taking my 40 volume developer, and I'm just going to be mixing that up. I will do a separate video on how to bleach your knots if you guys want me to, but yeah, I didn't leave the bleach on for too long. I think I only left it on for like 5 to 10 minutes. The consistency of the mixture wasn't how I wanted it to be because I only had a little bit of powdered bleach, so I rinsed it off ASAP because I didn't want the hair to turn blonde or anything. After that, I used a neutralizing shampoo and my normal shampoo and conditioner. There was no shedding or any fallout, so that's a plus. Now it's time to cut, but first, I'm going to be taking my Schwarzkopf Got to Be Glued styling glue and a clean toothbrush, and no, I do not brush my teeth with this toothbrush, and I'm just going to be laying down these edges because, girl, we can't be walking around with unlaid edges. I'm going to be taking scissors and clippers to cut the desired length and style that I want. I want this bob to be more so on the blunt side, so I'm not going to feather it too much. I'm just going to keep it very straight edge, but still at an angle. I'm going to be taking my Chi Iron Guard and I'm just going to be spraying that all over the hair, and then I'm going to be taking my curly wand and I'm just going to be putting some loose waves in the hair. My Joico Hairspray, and I'm going to be spraying that all over the hair, and that is it. Make sure you guys go check out Glam Star Hair on AliExpress. Their frontals usually run around $52 and up, and they're always having deals. I'll put all the information down in the description box below. If you want to see a 1-month update on this hair, just click the link on the screen. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you all in my next video.